Gentlelady yields back. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from Wyoming, Ms. Hageman, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and a special thanks to each of the witnesses for being here today. It's no secret that over the past few years, we have experienced substantial delays, unclear and oftentimes conflicting guidance, and overbearing requirements for coal mining states and communities because of this administration's war on fossil fuels. While the BLM has promulgated rule after rule to make it more difficult for energy-producing states to produce affordable, reliable energy, such as coal, the Office of Surface Mining and Reclamation Enforcement has now decided to prioritize the cleanup of abandoned mine lands based off of certain socioeconomic factors. These new priorities ultimately make it more difficult for coal communities in my home state to secure federal funding. Many coal communities are not deemed as so-called environmental justice communities, whatever that means, according to CEQ, and will therefore struggle to meet the outlined requirements when it comes to recovering lands impacted by abandoned mines. Ms. Owens, why is the OSM making it more difficult for communities in my home state of Wyoming to secure funding for AML remediation?
Thank you for the question, Representative Hageman. I don't believe that the Office of Surface Mining is making it more difficult for your state to receive funding.
Well, but you're doing the funding based upon these social justice, certain environmental justice requirements that have essentially excluded the state of Wyoming. Are you aware of that?
I am aware of the requirements. I also would like to point out that those, along with several other of the provisions that are contained in our bill guidance, we are encouraging states to adhere to certain, to take certain
Environmental
actions.
justice requirements?
Yes.
Okay.
We are encouraging them to do so.
Okay. During the previous administration, OSM partnered with BLM and other sister agencies to perform dual NEPA analysis, share data, and better improve the process of getting federal coal permits out the door, which should actually be the mission of your agency. But since 2021, this effort, we are told, is stalled, and what began as an attempt to speed up permitting is now the complete opposite. State agencies and operators alike have communicated to me that OSM is now just a roadblock that single-handedly delays coal mining and thwarts the permitting process. What is OSM doing to become more than just a regulatory roadblock for the coal industry?
Thank you for your question, Representative. What we're doing is we are implementing the requirements of NEPA, which is a requirement for all federal...
NEPA as amended? NEPA as amended earlier this year?
NEPA, whatever the law is on the books, at the time that we take our actions, we implement the law on the books.
Okay, but the NEPA was amended earlier this year. It's on the books now.
Yes.
So are you taking the changes in NEPA, the amendments to NEPA, into consideration when reviewing these permits?
If they have been promulgated, those regulations have been promulgated, yes, we are.
Well, the statute has been promulgated.
Yes.
The amendments have gone into effect.
Yes,
Are you not aware of that?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay.
And we are implementing NEPA law and regulations.
As it
and
exists
guidance.
now?
Yes.
Program amendments are absolutely vital to the states and often are a result of state legislators passing bills to help their state coal programs. OSM, however, has failed to process these permits in a timely manner, resulting in a backlog of state program amendments that go all the way back to 2006. Why doesn't OSM work through state program amendments in a timely manner?
Well, as you may be aware, Representative, the state program amendments often involve technical reviews. We have to consult with technical, legal reviews, analyses. We consult with any other federal agency.
So you're taking are you saying it takes up to a decade to process these programs?
Well, I think you may be talking about a rare situation. I'm not aware of any case that's been any state program amendment that has not been processed since 2006.
Okay, well, that has been the circumstance that we have experienced. So I would request that we expedite those programs so that they can go forward.
Well, as a matter of fact, and I thank you for that suggestion, but as a matter of fact, I have directed the staff to take a look at ways that we could expedite the review of state program amendments, and also to identify processes that would help us streamline and also address the backlog. We are very much aware of that, and we are taking actions so that we can address it.
Okay, I appreciate that, and I'm out of time, so I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Montana, Mr. Rosendale, for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and